So the next step is that you want to document everything. You need to be organized. You need to make lists. You can use some detail, but it's more important to be concise. And this is a lesson that I learned with judges. There was a very famous expert witness who was retained before me, and he wrote a report that was almost 300 pages long, and the judge just threw him and the report out. So it's important to be concise. Don't go on and on and on because you'll lose people's attention. Focus on the main points, but leave any details for later. If you're asked about it, you can get into more detail. And as an alienated parent, you can probably become pretty tangential about things. I think that when alienated parents first start talking about what's going on with them, they can be very detailed and want to give you all the examples. And it's very understandable because they've just realized what's going on and they're putting it all together. But put it all together in a therapist or a friend's office. Don't try to use it in court because you'll lose the judge's attention. Prioritize your list by making 10 to 12 important points that you want the court evaluator to know. Make a list of the 5 factors which we went over and how that is specific to your case. Make a list of violations of court orders. Alienators think that court orders don't apply to them. So document all violations of court orders. Make a list of all the misrepresentations to the children that the alienator has made. Make a list of critical incidences and harassments and include the dates and times. Use evidence such as texts and emails. Keep a list of times and dates. You want to pick your child up. You went to pick your child up and they refused to go or didn't show up for the visit. Were there times that the alienator interrupted your parenting time with the child? Were there times that the other parent limited contact, especially during COVID when court orders were still in place? Get together letters and cards and emails, etc. for the child. When you see the child, it's helpful to show them all of that because I've seen children completely mesmerized by photographs of the good times and the relationship that they did have with the alienated parent. List all of the documents in date order and make a list of the reason for the hearing. Now, this is really helpful for an expert to have. The more organized you are, the more money you can save so that the expert doesn't have to organize all the material. Have police records in date order and a list of what the consequences were, whether they were dismissed or not. Have a list of Child Protective Service reports and what the outcome was. Again, the more clear that is for an expert, the more money you're going to save. Document in a way that it's easy to see that you are a victim of constant harassment and false accusations. Have a list of audios and videos that provide proof of an event. Even though the courts don't accept and won't look at these videos or recordings, the expert can and can document that in the reports. Get declarations from teachers, therapists, anyone who can support your point of view, and verify your character and your parenting. Compile communications from the alienator and what your child has written to you since the alienation, to compare and provide proof of your relationship with your children now. So an alienator 6 months ago could be saying, I love you, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Yes, I want to get married. And now they're writing these horrible, awful emails saying that you're not a good enough parent and your child hates you and never wants to see you again. So show how quickly it went from one extreme to another. And all this information will really assist your attorney and an expert witness if you have one.